I'm a legend. I'm a legend. I'm a legend.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Bus Lip Podcast. My name is Mark Pavelich. Away somewhere, nobody really knows for sure where she ever is. The one and only.
Home. Stop.
Okay, she's home. 8-time world boxing champion, WBC, WBA, Jelena Mrdjenovich. And our special guest today, everybody, the charming, the elegant, the one and only, everybody, 2-time world champion, Amir Khan, on the show.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks. How you doing, Jelena? You all right? Jelena, I never knew you
Yeah.
were 8-time world champion. That's crazy.
8-time.
8 times.
3 divisions, 3 weight
divisions,
divisions too. Yeah, I know. You just never know. I've had
Amir, imagine if she was a
57
man.
fights.
Imagine if she was a man. There would be street signs everywhere. Like, it's
100%.
crazy.
It'd be like Manny Pacquiao, because Manny Pacquiao was 8 times as well, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
I think
so-
so.
And
so.
that's like unheard of. For you to
Yeah,
be an
well,
8-time
we're-
world champion, even being a female, I mean, that's big. So you should be
Correct.
very proud
Yeah.
of your career.
Thank you. Yeah, I still going. I'm gonna try and win. I'm fighting at super bantamweight now. I don't know if I told you that
One
when
more,
we were there.
one more.
So I dropped down one more weight class. So I'm going for my
Really?
4th division.
So
We'll see.
normally people go up weight classes. You're going down a weight class.
Down, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Is
like
there more
to challenge
challenges in
myself.
that division?
I want to fight Ellie Scottney for her undisputed. So I'm in line. We'll just wait in the queue. She just fought.
So
So
then by the time you finish your career, you want to be a 9-time world
Well,
champion or maybe a 10.
well, she's undisputed right now. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'd like
Oh,
to
wow.
pick them all up and then just have one fight at home and finish up.
Say,
but
see you later.
Yeah,
See you
but-
later.
but it's not. Hey, this isn't about me. This is about you. You know what?
No,
That's
no, no.
Thank-
Amir, how was it growing up in Bolton, England, outside of Manchester? For a person of your ethnicity, right? And I know that area very well, like that whole kind of area. So I
Yeah.
know growing up in it wasn't easy. Am I right?
Yeah, it was never easy because being an Asian, British, Pakistani, and boxing wasn't a sport that your family would want you to go into. They normally want you to push on education or get a job or, be like a lawyer or a doctor or something like
That's
that. But my father supported me in boxing and going to a gym. I mean, at the age of 8 years old, that's when I started boxing. I knew nothing about boxing. And my dad just took me there because I was very hyperactive. I used to always fight and misbehave. I had just too much energy. And when he took me there, it's like it felt like home for me. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. And since then, never looked back. And my dad never ever thought that I was going to become a world champion. He just did it because he thought, you know what, it's going to give me discipline. It's going to put me on the right path. And I think since then, I've always, been a big supporter of how boxing can change people's lives. And I end up opening a gym in Bolton myself as well for the community, just to come and use it because I thought that it changed my life and it can change someone else's life. And obviously it took me to, I never expected ever to become a world champion or maybe later on in my career, but like early when I started boxing, I was clueless to boxing. I was just doing it because I loved a little fight.
Wow.
Yeah, I was the same way when I went into the gym.
Yeah.
I was just like, cross training, a little bit of
Yeah, yeah,
fitness,
yeah.
and then there's something about it that just clicks when you get into it. You're just like, this is where I should be. I always
Exactly.
say that I started when I was 18, almost 19, and I always say like boxing found me. I didn't find boxing, and I was fortunate and I fell in love with it. And same thing, like I believe everybody should do some sort of combative sports or mixed martial arts, or I always push people to boxing, obviously.
Yeah.
But I believe that discipline and that energy and all the endorphins you get from going in and just hitting a bag, you don't even have to spar, right? So
No, it's
I
true.
love that you opened a gym down there for people.
When you go back to Bolton, do you show up in the gym?
All the time. I was there just last week.
And the kids, they must go crazy.
Jelena, we met in London at the boxing fight, a Fury
That's right.
fight,
Yeah,
and then we bumped into each other there. And and just a couple of days before that, and after that, I was in Bolton. So I always go in the gym and see the kids. And now we've got a coach there called Kieran Farrell. Kieran Farrell is a coach of Daniel
Oh,
Dubois. He was one of the pad
Oh,
men.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so Kieran now is in the gym, and I mean he got the gym so packed and busy, like so many people coming there every week, and it makes me happy that it's more of a community, and it's become more of a like a community center where everyone can come there, come have a drink, and watch their kids spar. And every weekend we do like this big open sparring session. Kids
Fantastic.
I
from
love
all
that.
over the country
Fantastic.
drive over. I mean,
Wow.
I
one
love
kid
that.
just about 3 weeks ago drove 5 hours just to come to the gym and do some pads with us. So this
Wow.
is what
I
boxing is about.
love
It's
that.
about having the opportunity to say someone like Kieran, who's done pad work with Daniel Dubois and myself and many other world champions out there. He can come and he can help out with someone that's up and coming. That someone wants to try what it's like to be trained by a world
Sure.
world
Sure.
coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
World
this is
class
what the
coach,
gym's
yeah.
all about. It's all about giving the kids, giving back to the kids, and keeping them off the streets, keeping them focused. And I mean, I put my own money into it. I got no help from. It'd be nice if the government did support you,
They
help you,
should.
but there's no
They
funds
should.
that the government have either, because obviously it's tough in the UK. So I put all my own money into it. And we've definitely helped many people. In a week, we get around about 500 people walking it through the doors.
It's
It just makes us
amazing.
happy that that's 500 people not doing something
Wow.
wrong. That are putting
Yeah.
channeling their
Wow.
energy
Yeah.
into something positive.
Amir,
I
what's
love
the
that.
difference? What's the difference now that you live in Dubai? Like, I know exactly where you, like in England, where you're from, and what a difference! Like, that's a
Oh,
polar.
bro,
It's bananas.
it's
Like, it's
mad.
totally different.
Yeah, so I do spend a lot. I mean, I'm always in the UK anyway. I spend most of my half of my year there and half the year here. But here it's more calm, chilled. Honestly, I can walk around like a normal person, chill out. I don't think my neighbors know even who I am. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah,
couple of them
probably.
I do, but a couple of couple of them do. But I mean, it's just more like I want to be somewhere with my family where I can just chill and relax and be happy, um and the safety here is awesome. You know what I mean? You're so
Crazy.
safe. Walk around, you can leave anything on the table and no one's gonna pick it up. Whereas in the UK, I've left my mobile phone on the table and
It's gone.
I've just looked
Yeah.
away, not even gone for a walk. I've looked away and the phone's
Yeah.
gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one of the
That's a big
reasons that I
difference.
did decide to move to Dubai was when I got a gun put to my head in London. And now to see a gun
It's
in London is unheard of. And
Yeah.
someone
yeah,
put a
because
gun to
it's
my head
more
and stole my
knives.
watch. Now,
Yeah.
That's
Knives.
and the
it's
knives.
the knives are insane. So this is we went for one of Tyson's press conferences. Like this was a couple years ago. And I'm wearing my watch and I have my phone and he's like, Jelena, he's like, take your watch off, put your phone in your purse. He's like, we're not gonna walk far, but like
Just in
he's like,
case.
London is so not
Yeah.
safe. So it was funny because when even this last trip, Paris had a bunch of things for their Netflix and he's like, who's walking with Paris? Who's taking Paris? Like it is not safe. So I can
Yeah.
understand why
You can
you'd want to
understand.
move. I can
100%.
totally
And
understand
when
because I've
cause
spent
I was
some
with my
time there.
wife, when I went to a restaurant, just walked to the car and some guys ran over. There's about five of them and they put a gun to my head. I've never seen a gun in England.
I've
And I
never heard of
remember
a
it was
gun.
right in front of my face. I could see right through the barrel. And I was like, shit. You know what I mean?
And
Your
is
whole
that
life
Scary.
for
goes
like
past
when
you.
you see that? Was that one of the main reasons why you left? Like you kind of is that
Yeah,
one of the main? Yeah.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the main reason I moved, because I want my
Wow.
kids to never see that before.
Of course.
I never want them to see
What?
that, and I don't want them to ever see that. So I made the move to Dubai because I know that that'll never happen here. And there's rules and regulations here that people follow. And when it happened, obviously they caught the guys. Luckily, the police did a wonderful job. The flying squad, they got involved. They got me the watch. They got me the watch back, and they got me. They caught all the guys. But it was a good. It was good in a way where they all got sentenced more than 10 years apiece. Each of
Wow.
them.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
great.
it needs to stop. This needs to stop. And I think when people start
Yeah.
seeing that it's happened and people are getting caught, and you
Yeah,
can
you're
be
going to
caught,
jail
and
for
you're going to
10
be hit
years.
with a
Yeah.
big sentence.
And it should
Yeah.
be. They
And
shouldn't
that's
have
where it
And
kids.
it's going to make
starts,
them
right?
wake up a little bit.
Yeah. Canada's the worst. We're in Canada. It's the worst. Like people are killing
It's
people.
not,
And
it's
they're
not
getting
as
Really?
bad as the
well.
States. No,
No, I'm
because we
talking.
have
I'm talking about when you get
oh
sentenced. It's very
sentencing.
light
Yeah,
sentencing here compared
very
to the
light.
United
Is that right?
States.
I think
Oh
that's
yeah,
why
Oh,
people are doing it. People, that's why
correct,
people are doing these
for sure.
correct.
crimes because it's just the sentence is very light. You know,
Light.
Yeah,
if
It
there
you're
is
like,
was
here.
oh, I might
strict
get 3
sentences like
years.
Dubai,
That's right.
you telling
It
me
would
people are
stop.
gonna be like, oh, forget that. I'm not gonna even think about doing anything wrong.
Yeah,
Sure, sure.
for sure.
But I think
Um,
maybe this is
um,
something that the UK, maybe America, Canada. I mean, just they should uh maybe make him a little bit more strict because people know that if they do a crime, they're gonna be out like in a month or 2 or 6.
Yeah,
So they
that's
think,
how
oh, we'll do
yeah,
Canada
it
their
is.
again. We'll do it
Canada's like
again.
behavior,
You
that.
know,
first
Yeah.
offense, all of the things. So I know you're a massive deal everywhere in boxing, but especially in the UK, because I was like, I saw you getting ushered out quickly, and all of the fans were trying to get photos, and
bless.
that's how we kind of ran into
Bumped into
each
each other. Yeah, we
other.
bumped into each other. Yeah.
Yeah, we were at. Were you doing commentating for Fury's fight, or
No,
what? You were
no, I
just.
wasn't commentating. No, I just went there as a guest, really. I went
Yeah.
there as a guest of Riyadh season, and it's just
Oh
nice that
yeah.
what Riyadh season is doing, what Turkey Al Sheikh is changing the sport of boxing, making it, giving everyone the best fights that we've always wanted to see. You know, and
100%. And he's bringing in all of the celebrities in boxing
yeah,
to be there. Yeah,
Which is
it's
smart. Yeah.
great.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's good to see because boxing at one time I think it went down a little bit where people just kind of said, oh, whatever, you know, because we were not getting the biggest fights that we all wanted. And then since Turkey's come, I think we're getting the biggest fights and the best fights and fights that would never be made. He's making them happen by putting the money down and saying, listen, either you take it or leave it, you know what I mean? And there's no
Yeah.
It's true.
excuses that they can't because the money that they're throwing at boxing is what used to stop the big fights happening. You know
Yes.
what
So
I
I
mean?
heard I don't know if it's a rumor or whatever, but I think that like I I don't I don't know Turgay Sheikh personally. I know you've probably met him a bunch, but from what I read and see, it seems like um he has an interest and then the interest fades, right? And I don't know if his interest is fading in boxing, but I heard the rumor that the money's drying up. And so that's why
Yeah.
everybody's it has
Yeah.
to. I mean,
Look
they're
at other
paying
avenues.
insane amounts of money for some of these
I
fights.
think,
I
yeah, you know what? It's like who would be talking about Saudi Arabia? I mean, apart from the people that go there for pilgrimage and the Muslims,
That's right.
other than them, who would be speaking about Saudi? I mean, what Turkey Al Sheikh did is by putting fights there. The whole
it's
world was
been
like Saudi,
unbelievable.
Saudi, Saudi.
All of a sudden, yeah. It's so
All
true.
of a sudden, yeah. Instead
Yeah,
of
it
being the
was
But
pilgrims,
correct.
it was all tourists
yeah,
want to go there to watch the big fights. Wrestling was there,
but
boxing was there.
okay. Did you went to fights? I know I saw you in Riyadh
Yeah,
Riyadh.
yeah,
Um the fights feel different over there though, don't
yeah.
they?
They
Like
do. No,
it's a
100%.
different feel. Like
doesn't
Atmosphere is
I
a
have
little
that
bit
went
big.
different,
It
isn't
doesn't
it?
have that big Vegas MGM grand or
I
that.
think what it is,
Yeah.
Jelena, we
It's
are spoiled with the sport that we've
we are
seen in
spoiled.
England, America, when you go to these big fights. And
Yeah, we
we
are
always
spoiled.
expect the same to happen in Saudi. I think it take a little bit of time to get to that level. But what I love about where the fights are in Saudi, it's not as busy as like a Vegas. You can meet people. It's not as, it's a little bit quiet, but you can get things done and meet people and you can
That's
just
true.
enjoy it as well. You can enjoy these fights. Whereas in
Yeah.
Vegas or England, you're always rushing around. It's too busy. It's too packed,
crazy.
and luckily it's
You're
only
taking a million photos and all the
yeah.
things, yeah.
But
And
I'm sure when we walk past you, you were the one taking pictures of people were taking pictures of you, not me. So I had to wait for you.
we'll just say it's the same.
Yeah, yeah, same, same. But look, I don't think the money's running out. No, I think that's
No.
just rumors. People always
Was
make
that is
that
that
stuff
that's
up.
almost impossible, is it not, Amir? That it's almost impossible they run out of money.
Impossible. Yeah, because
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
and if you look at it now, if you look at the last 5 years, Turkey has been in. Okay, I know he spent a lot of money, but you know what? They've got a lot back from the sport as well. I mean, and now they're doing the Zuffa boxing, which I don't understand much of. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
I
we
don't even.
don't either. Don't worry, Amir. And you know the funny part is,
Oh, that's okay.
like,
I thought it was just me. I'm thinking,
no,
what's
No.
going on
Do you know
here?
what? Listen, I come from a very big MMA background, and the sport is very different, and the way it's set up is different. And Dana White is very clueless about, when someone sits there and says he signs Conor Benn and says, "Oh, I'm going to fight Ryan Garcia." Oh, really? How's that going to happen? Like, he doesn't understand. He can't just make that fight because he imagined it. You have to now talk to Oscar De La Hoya. You have to
Negotiate,
talk to,
correct.
yeah, but he doesn't. He's not used to that.
You
He
know
doesn't want
why?
to
I
talk to
think
people.
with
Yeah.
what's happened in the past is that UFC have had all the biggest fighters in their own
Correct.
under
Well,
their own banner.
Yes.
And
it's
what
an
happens is it's not like
organization.
it's an
Yes.
organization, exactly. So it's not like he has to deal with other organizations to get a fight made, which
No.
is very awkward. This is where I'm saying sometimes Turkey made it a little bit easier because he threw silly money to it that people were like, "Oh, we're not going to say no to that," you know what I mean? But at the same
Yeah.
time, it is hard because I heard that the money is going to start coming down as well on what they're paying people. So if that starts happening, the same fighters might be thinking, I don't want to fight there. I'd rather fight at home in my hometown. You know what I mean? For my own
Well,
people.
the problem right now that's happening is that he literally has made a line in the sand where he's paying boxers. When he paid Conor Benn $15 million a fight, the entire UFC went bananas because every
Yeah,
fighter in the
yeah,
UFC
yeah,
was
I
like,
understand. Yeah,
and every fighter in the UFC said, "Who's Conor Benn?" Like, no joke. Like, more
I
people
think
in the
even
UFC would know
people
who
in
Amir
boxing.
Khan is than they know who Conor Benn is. I'm not even
no,
joking.
Well,
And
but
so
even
what
in
happened?
boxing, Mark, even in boxing, people are
Okay,
like, Conor Benn? What?
yeah,
Why
but that
but
Conor?
has
look,
Like,
become a
if
problem
I
in
if
UFC
look,
now.
Connor must be laughing though. Connor must be laughing. He must be
Of
the happiest
course,
guy because at the end
of
of the day,
course,
15 million is a lot of money, and a lot of people don't make
correct.
that in their whole career. So just to get that for one
fact.
fight, he deserves it, and big well done to him for good being at the right place at the right time.
That
You know
is
what I mean?
exactly,
Isn't
that's
that the
exactly
truth?
it. That's exactly it.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but look, I think now people are gonna start. I mean, especially with Zuffa boxing, I think Dana is gonna somehow try to bring down the purses, and this is what I think. And they're gonna change the sport up a little bit. They're gonna change it in the sense where they're not gonna overpay fighters, and they're gonna try to make it like take full control of the sport. I mean, let's see if it happens. But like I said, boxing
Yeah,
has
you
been
can't,
going on for a
Amir.
very,
It's
very
not
long
set up.
time, and
It's impossible. It's
it's
impossible
impossible
would.
because,
because
like,
Okay,
people
I
how
like
want to
Bob
boxers
know.
work.
Arons, Oscars,
There
they
you
couldn't
go.
take over the sport. Al
Correct.
Haymans, there were
Correct.
so many, and these guys had literally all the biggest names. I remember when I was
Correct.
signed up with Al Heyman, he had all the biggest names in boxing,
All of
but
them.
still did
All of
not
them.
take over the sport.
That's right. It's so
Remember, he
But
hard.
that's
started the PBC.
because
Yeah, that's
okay,
right.
I have a question. So if you were still active right now and you were getting an average purse, not the 13 million, and you were offered to fight for the Zuffa belt, whatever the fuck that means in boxing,
Correct.
like, would you go and sign with them? Like, how is he going to be able to support all of this in the business of boxing when we have
Yeah,
it's not a world title, it is not the
look,
UFC, nobody gives a
uh,
shit about
Correct.
Zuffa boxing.
Especially in
And
boxing.
this is where I love, I mean, Oscar is just, I mean,
straightforward.
he
It puts it
he's
straight. Yeah,
I love his clapbacks, and I might get
Yeah, they're
crucified for
funny.
saying that. His clapbacks make me laugh, but he's not wrong. He is talking the
uh,
facts of the
I mean, he's been in
boxing.
the game a very long time. He's like a 5, 6 time world champion. I mean, the guy has one of the biggest promotion companies in the world, and he has said a lot of things. And I watch his clapbacks, and I mean, he does speak
Makes
a
me
lot of sense
laugh.
at times. But look, I do have confidence in the Saudis for some reason. I think they always pull it off. What Turkey Al Sheikh has a vision, and the vision he has already, we would if we were speaking about now about 5, 6 years ago where boxing in Saudi is gonna go, we would have said the same thing there. We would have been talking
Yeah.
about the same thing, saying, it's impossible, it's not gonna happen. He's made that happen. He definitely will make a mark here and leave a mark here as well.
And
So I think
here's
with
the
the Zuffa
question:
boxing, I
does he
think
know
he
about
is
boxing?
gonna
No. Does he know
with
about
Zu
boxing? No, I
sorry.
mean, does he know about boxing? He
No,
seems
Turkey.
he
like a
does. No,
guy.
he does. He does.
He
When
seems
I
like a guy
last
that has
spoke,
a
when we
lot of
speak,
money that doesn't know shit about boxing.
yeah, yeah,
That's to
yeah.
me.
But you know what? He does know a lot about. I mean, more of his heavyweights he knows of. He's a big fan of the heavyweights. He loves the heavyweight boxing. I mean, it shows why he loves all the big heavyweight fighters like Tyson and everyone. But heavyweight boxing is what he loves, and Muhammad Ali and all the big names like that. Yeah. But like I said. if you want to be the number one, like the big promoter of boxing, you have to know boxing more than a lot of people.
More than
And you have to
more
know
than
it
we
inside
know.
out.
They're
Yeah,
supposed to
That's
know
right.
more than we know if they want to be promoters, right?
yeah.
Correct.
And
But like I said,
and
they have just come in it as well, and they've just said, "Look, we walk in here and we're going to take over." And at the moment, if you look at it, they've not done a bad job, and they've just
I
like
would
who
agree
would
with
have
that.
ever thought we would have seen all these big fights like back to back? If we were looking at Tyson Fury versus
We would have
Usyk,
never seen that. Never.
we would never seen that.
Never.
Crawford and Canelo, would we have ever seen that?
Never.
Never.
That's why
Impossible, because
you know it's true. Amir, you're making a good case for the Sheik right now because there's no
Killer Sheikh
chance
has made the biggest
we would have
fights
never
happen
seen
that
him.
we would
Never.
not ever
Never.
ever have seen. Like who would have ever thought? I mean, look, look what happened in that fight against Bud and Crawford and Canelo. I mean, on paper it seems like wow, what a fight, but can it ever happen? I mean, even I was like, that can't happen, but because they're both superstars. But guess what? It did happen, and Bud
It
went and
did.
took the win. I mean, that is something unheard of what Turkey Sheikh did. So, and then
Yeah.
you've got Tyson and Usyk, and then you've got Usyk and Josh. I mean, the fights he's put on in the last 5 years.
Incredible.
Not many promoters have
Yeah,
done in the last
that's
20
100%
years.
true.
No, it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
incredible.
bro.
It is
Like
incredible.
in
I
20
have a
years.
question.
Stop. Sorry about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah. In
Amir's getting
20
excited.
years,
He's like,
in
hit the
20 years,
camera.
promoters have never done that. You know what I mean? So
No,
Yeah,
it's true.
that's
respect.
true. That is true.
And it's not like I just feel it's getting better and better. I mean, look at even the fight with Devin Haney and Garcia. I mean, he's
Garcia,
putting
correct.
Yeah.
the fights on that people would
Yeah,
normally dream of seeing.
it's
But
true.
guess what? As
But
boxing
this
fans,
is,
we are lucky to see them now.
I think it's because he's willing to work with other promoters, right?
Mm.
Whereas
ego.
now
No
with
ego.
Zuffa,
That's it
now
right
this
there.
is my only concern. Now with Zuffa and Dana White, the egos are getting involved. You still there?
You know,
You
the thing is,
go.
in a sport like boxing, you can't let egos come in the way. And it's
And
happened
100%.
many times. We've
Correct.
seen it happen.
Too many.
Yeah.
So now, do you think with Zuffa boxing and being involved with Turkey Sheikh, do you think that's going to change the scope of the business, right?
I
Because
hope,
the
in a
reason
good way, I hope.
I see, and I don't know, because Dana White has an ego, and he's openly said it, and it is what it is. And he's not willing to work with some other promoters, right? Whereas
He
Turkey,
doesn't get on with a lot of promoters as
How
well.
can
Yeah,
you
I
No.
see
fight
that
with
as well.
Ryan Garcia if you don't have Oscar De La Hoya? It doesn't happen. So
because
Yeah.
and
everybody
this
can
is
think-
the
yeah.
this is the
Mark,
thing.
I
I
tell you
don't
what happens. You
go
know,
ahead.
what's going to happen is the deals on the table are going to be so big that these
That
promoters are
doesn't
going to
even
start
matter.
working together.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
look at when would we ever have seen Bob Arum and Oscar being friends or
Yeah, yeah.
like doing shows together and then
But
look,
that's
they talk shit about
Amir,
each other all the time, but you know when the
but
money
they
comes on the
still
table, they're
do.
like, we good mates, man. We're gonna work together. I mean, look, I'll give you the
But
best one: Frank Warren
Eddie,
and Eddie Hearn. I mean,
Yeah.
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 they were
That's
holding hands, walking in.
yeah, that was so weird. That was so weird. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
So,
I think
but this
Turkey
is the
actually
thing.
steps in there somehow and makes it
No,
all
but this is
namaste,
okay. Hold on, stop, hold on. This is when Turkey is willing to work. This is both all of the promoters are getting their shout outs on the thing. But now that Dana White's introduced and he's doing Zuffa boxing, do we still see them work together with other promoters? Or is he going to get everybody to sign with Zuffa like Conor Ben, right? This is
Yes, tough one.
this is
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean because a lot of these fighters have such a good relationship with their promoters that they would not want to leave them, and they rely on them
unless
so
it's
much
for
for
15
everything.
million bucks.
Yeah.
But then someone like, look, if someone like Conor Ben could do that by being so loyal, having his promoter so loyal to him,
And just up
um,
and leave.
and just leave. Look, end of the day, it's what look. How can I say it? I
You're trying to
mean,
be politically correct.
look, Conor made a statement that I'm putting food on my kids' table,
Yeah.
and this
Not
is everything
wrong.
I'm doing is for my family, which I totally agree. We are prize fighters. Now, these promoters are allowed to do the same thing. If you think about the promoters, they work with everyone.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they fuck
Yeah.
each other over. If you think about it,
It's true.
and then they're good
All
with
the
each other.
time.
Why is that fighters can't do the same thing? Fighters have gone and done it. So what?
Why not this though? Why doesn't Ben just say this? Why doesn't he just say, you know, when he does the whole food on the table routine? I hate that. Why doesn't he just say it's $15 million? End of
He
story.
could be straight and saying
Yeah,
that
just,
if I
it's
was
end
gonna
of story.
fight on
I'm
the,
gonna feed my family. Come on, bro. You've been
yeah,
feeding them.
people
They're
gonna
eating caviar for breakfast already. You know what I mean?
exactly. But look,
Please.
I
Yeah.
think, look, if that was me, I probably would have said straight up that look,
Yeah.
you're probably getting paid 3, 4 times, or maybe 5 times more
That's
than
respect right
he's
there.
ever gonna get. And
Yeah.
look, the thing is as well, Mark, you know when when you're getting older, your body's aching in training
Sure.
camp. You start recovering as quick. You ain't got 4 or 5 fights in you, and you
You
can
do
make that in
not.
one fight.
No, you
So
don't.
you're gonna be like, I'm gonna go for the best prize ever because you know what? I've only got maybe 1 or 2 fights left in me in this career, and I'm just beating my body up. And at the end of the day, if I'm taking these $1, $2 million fights, I'd rather get 15 and just take one than take 5, 6 just to make that.
Yeah.
And
And
then
as
you
you,
can let the body recover and then do it again, right? I
Do it
mean,
again, but at the same time, and lead the sport in a way where you've got money in the bank and you can enjoy yourself for the rest of your life.
totally.
yeah,
Whereas
yeah,
I know a lot of fighters that don't do that. It's sad to see though. It's sad
it
to see
is.
when you see. I went to the Boxing Hall of Fame one time and I saw these legendary fighters,
It's
and they
terrible.
were
It's
Yeah.
asking
so
me
sad.
if they can borrow, if they can have $20, like $10, and I'm like, these are
Sad.
world super champions. These were, and
I know exactly who
so
you're talking about too.
yeah,
You
exactly.
know how
You've
sad,
seen it, like
you know how
yeah,
sad that is, Amir, when you talk about that kind of stuff, because people don't know what you just said. People that watch the Busted Lip podcast,
yeah.
people in general don't know what you just said. And maybe you better go into that a little deeper because people have no clue what you just said. No clue
So
about that.
I was at the Boxing Hall of Fame and I saw these legend fighters who I've always looked up to, and obviously legends, super legends in the sport of boxing. They
Super
have the biggest
legends.
and baddest fights. And I remember saying they're going around asking people for like $20 because we've got no money, we broke. They didn't have no one to advise them. They had no one to help them. They were making millions when they were fighting back in the 70s, and now you look at them and they've got nothing left because no one would advise them to put the money in the right places. They were just spending, spending, spending. I mean, Mike Tyson said the same thing. When I was
Yeah.
sat with Mike Tyson
All
in
the
Vegas one time, he
hangers.
sat down and he goes to me, we just got talking and just one topic come up. He goes, "You like cars?" I go, "Yeah, look, I do like cars, yeah." And he goes, "Bro, I used to walk into the showroom, used to get like me and my boy used to walk in there, get 8 to 10 cars straight from the showroom, drive them on the road. Some would crash, some would just, and we leave the cars there and say, forget it, see you later, mate, and walk
Yeah.
away."
Isn't that
And
insane?
yeah, it's insane. And I'm saying, like, so that's like a couple of $1 million just thrown away there, literally. That much money coming in them days, and they thought it's never going to finish. Look, when you disrespect money, money's going to disrespect you.
Yes.
That's how,
I like
and you have
that.
to be humble as well. And that's one of the reasons that I started doing more charity myself. I do a lot of charity work. I go to these poor countries because I know that when I was fighting, I was making a lot of money and the pay-per-views were big and everything. And I thought I started doing charity work and I started realizing that there's people out there in the world that have nothing and are happy with their lives.
Yeah.
And that's when I
Hmm.
then started doing that more because I didn't want to then show this, I've got that. You can do that all day long. People are gonna think you're an idiot for it. But so I started doing more charity work and I just love helping people now and doing that. And I mean, my dream was just to win a world title.
Yeah.
I did more than that, you know what I mean? So I'm very blessed to be in the position I am, and that's why, like, when you look back now at these young fighters, they don't want to really, don't let money change them. And that's what's happening. I think let's hope that Connor. I mean, look, Connor seems like a good bloke, though. Have you met him? Have you met him, you guys? You must have
I
Jelena.
met him.
haven't. I haven't met Connor. Like I've seen him high by, but I
He's
have
a humble
not.
boy. Look, as a young guy, he likes cars. He likes his jewelry and stuff. And so be it. I mean, luckily, he doesn't gamble. He doesn't do silly things. He doesn't go out partying or drinking. He is a decent lad. So, to be honest with you, he's young. If you make 15 million a night like that, and it was an easy work night, and yeah, let him go enjoy himself a little bit. But like I
But you
said,
know, Amir,
you
15 million
can't
is
enjoy
not
yourself
15
too much
million.
because one day, if it ends up going, you're used to living that high lifestyle. You don't want it to be ever like that, you know?
But you
Well, I
know,
think
Amir,
with
15
him.
million is not 15 million anymore. So 15 million,
Well,
you got
but
to pay
not.
tax.
But
You
hold
got to
on.
pay.
I
Yeah.
also. the breakdown. Like, let's do the
Yeah, break it
breakdown of
down.
what.
Break it down.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is where people are so. You know what, you're right, Jelena, because this is where people are so silly. They don't understand the breakdown. It sounds big, 15 million.
Yeah,
Wow.
15 is not
Okay, so
15.
break it down
No.
now. Go break it down, and
Okay,
people
so
understand it.
okay, let's use an easy number like 100 grand, because like my math is on 15 is not gonna work. So say I fight for 100 grand. I pay, if I haven't pre-negotiated, so 15 million, you would negotiate a cap on your coach's pay, but you're paying 10% to your coach
10%.
right off the top of that 100
Yep.
grand. You're paying, what is it, 5 to 10% to your promoter. Well,
Yep.
he wouldn't because he fought under it, but usually you're paying 20% to your manager unless you've negotiated less. We're just talking the basic numbers. Like, if you don't know anything about boxing and you're rolling in and you got a manager, guy's like, I'm going to manage you for 20%, right? So what are we at now? We're at 20, 10 for your coach, and then 5 to 10 for your manager, for your...
Yeah. So you're already
promoter.
under 70 G's. You're already under 70,000.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
you're under 70.
But we're on
Yeah.
percentage. We're on percentage. So that's
Yeah, yeah.
35%, say. Now, that's straight off the 100 grand. Then you got to pay tax.
In
What
Canada.
is 33%? Call
33%
it
in Canada, yeah.
percent. So what are we at? We're at 60 some percent right there.
Yeah. 6.9.
And then, so
Training
you're paying 60% right off the top.
Training camp, food and everything as well.
I didn't even get to training camp. So then you have
Wow.
training
Yeah.
camp.
Yeah.
So then you have training camp. You got to pay sparring partners, usually per week or per day or per session,
Whatever
whatever.
it is, yeah.
So even then, call that 1,000. Probably, how much did you pay your sparring partners? Like $100 a session, 150, or you just had them in
150 a session.
camp?
Dollars, yeah. I was in
So-
America when I saw we just paying a sparring session, yeah, 150.
Yeah, sparring
We used to have,
sessions,
three-
'cause
you know,
they
we
were
have,
there.
like 3 sparring partners. So you
Yeah,
have
there
3
you go.
sparring partners
Yeah,
just
yeah.
waiting there. But you pay
Waiting
150,
in the
you're paying
queue.
them as sparring.
Yeah.
You're paying
Yeah.
them each $150, so that's every week, not just
Way more than that. To be honest with you, I'm looking back at it now. I'm
That's
looking back at it. I
crazy.
think it was like
'Cause you've never
Mark, I
done
think
the
it was a little bit
math.
more than that. It was because
Yeah,
we
that's
used to
what I'm
pay
saying,
1,500
yeah.
a
You do the
month.
math.
Sorry, a week.
Yeah.
a week, 1,500 a week.
Week,
So
Yeah, because that
Oh.
and that's one because that used to include their
that's
stay,
their
hotel,
food.
and everything. Yeah,
Flight.
Yeah.
Flight.
So it's
Flights as well.
$1,500, $1,500 a week per sparring partner.
Crazy.
Okay.
Wow. Jelena, the
So-
way we're doing our maths here, we might be in the minuses.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going on
Yeah.
about. People think
People don't
like
understand. There's a lot of
15 million
expenses.
$15 million is a lot of fucking money. But
A lot, yeah.
you have to think of how many deficits you've been in to get to that 15 million, right? Like,
Correct.
so,
Correct.
you know, when you started out, it was on average, well, you came in as an Olympian, but on average, back in the day, they paid $200 a round. That's what you were getting paid for to start out.
Crazy,
Like,
man.
and then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
still have, you don't have the training, you don't have as many
yeah.
training camp expenses, but all of these expenses add up. Each training camp, I bet you Connor Ben's training camp cost him over 50 grand. Over.
Eat more, yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
easy,
100%.
easy.
Easy.
They got
like
course
easy.
I
chefs
think
and they got
I
all
think
kinds of stuff.
I think Tyson's training camp cost him probably over 75 grand, and he had sponsors. Like it is not cheap. So you're already
It's not
looking
cheap. Look,
at your
when I used to go to America, I used to go train there. I had to get an apartment. Obviously, I get it for a year. And so
Car.
all mine probably used to easily be over like $250,000 a camp. If you think
Yeah.
about it, if you average it, because it is a lot of money with all the flights flying there, flying back, making sure your physios and everything. We did everything. We had a whole team, and you don't go on your own. You're taking the whole team with you as well.
Team.
And
Team.
that
The word
flight
team
costs
costs
you.
money.
So,
Yeah, the
and,
way-
and then
Yeah.
and you're not gonna go on. Obviously, the team want to be also looked after. They want to be flying on first business class or whatever. You know.
Oh,
so
yeah,
so
yeah.
when you and I'm the type of guy that I was always like, if I'm gonna enjoy it, I want my team
You're
to
the
enjoy what I'm
nicest-
enjoying.
Sure.
I want people to know that Amir is one of the nicest people you will ever meet. And it does not matter like who you are.
thank
He
you,
is
man.
just the nicest person you'll ever
Nah,
meet.
you know what? I did all
Wait till
the.
the end of the show, Jay. Wait till the end of the show. Jesus.
Yeah. But you know,
No, but that
no, you have
comes
to be
with
good. Look, you know why? I'm very content, Jelena. What it is with
That's
me
why.
is I'm very content in sport. Boxing's done so much for me, and it's changed my life in a good way, and it's made me. I mean, my life would have been like this. I'm so blessed and happy and secure that and I just thank God. And there's no need for me to be upset or bad. I won fights, I lost fights. Even if I ever met the guys that beat me in boxing, I'll be nice to them as well because I've done a lot more than I ever expected in the sport, and boxing has treated me so well and respected me. So, like, yeah, I mean, what boxing's done for me. I mean, look, I'm in Dubai. No matter where I go in the world, I could be in the Philippines, in the mountains. I always end up meeting someone that knows me, and it's
That's
just a
awesome.
nice feeling that this is all because of boxing.
It's awesome.
Bro, I went to where's the last place I went to was Thailand. So this I thought we go
Oh,
to a little restaurant, end up going to Thailand. I thought no one's gonna know me in Thailand. So I went to a restaurant one of the days, and it was, oh, Amir Khan, I'm a big fan. I thinking, is he? And someone told him to say that. So obviously he got talking to me, he started showing me videos of my old videos and stuff, and
well,
he
come
said,
on.
yeah, and I
What's
mean,
the chapter,
we were there for
Amir?
WBC convention, but this was, I'm talking about, we went to a different area in Thailand, and this was like
Yeah,
literally middle of nowhere, and
yeah,
but it's just so nice to be respected like that. And honestly, it's all only because of boxing. And like I said, boxing done so much for me. That's why I'll never disrespect the sport, and I always want it to be how we everyone sees it. You know what I mean? It's a
yeah,
proper it's the hardest sport in the world by far. You can't mess with
yeah.
boxing, but at the
No,
same time, there's a lot of rewards from it as well.
What does Amir
yeah.
Khan do now? What do you do now?
Now,
Yeah, what do
uh,
you do now? What's the thing you do now? Like, yes,
A
of
little
course, you
bit of
go back and forth to
everything.
England, but what do you
don't
do
ever fit
now?
it. But last couple of days I've been sick, man. I've had the flu. I've had the cold. I don't know what virus I've caught, so I've been quite sick.
Flying
But
is,
other than that,
yeah.
I don't know. It must be summer because when I come back from England, it was freezing cold there. The body temperature, I don't know
Well,
what it
and the
was.
fight was outside. The fight was outside, right?
That as well. Maybe you know what? Because it was after the fight. That's when I started feeling a little bit under the weather.
Yeah,
But
the fight
anyway,
was outside, and you're not
Guys,
used
what
to
part
the
of the
cold
question?
anymore.
You got two boxers on the
getting
show. I
soft.
ask a question. You guys are talking about the weather.
So-
Like,
Oh,
guys,
No,
sorry.
he's
Okay, okay, we've got two
no.
boxes.
Jesus,
You know
man.
why? Because we
Two
stick on
boxers.
talking
They're like,
boxing. We talk
yeah,
boxing
what
with
did he say?
everyone
What
and
did he say?
everywhere.
What did he
You know
say?
the
Oh,
thing
what did he
is,
say? Oh,
Mark,
okay.
when you're boxers, you talk boxing everywhere. Like I swear,
Yeah,
but
of
luckily
course.
in Dubai, like I said, you don't have to talk too much boxing because not a lot of people know about the sport as
It's
much.
true. It's
If you're in England, it's a little bit different. But my life now, doing my kids, I'm spending time with my family, and I'm enjoying it. Honestly, I've got a few little gyms in Dubai as well where I go show my face and say hello
oh,
to.
good.
Yeah, we got a drinks company called Wow Hydrate. I don't know if you heard of that. So keep busy with that, and
So,
then at the
so
same
what's that?
time,
What's Wild Hydrate? What is that?
Wow, wow.
Come on, get one. Let's see. Yeah.
It's Wow Hydrate. So
Amir will be back in
WOW.
a second. Everybody watching at home, don't worry. He's just getting his.
Um,
it says Wow Hydrate. Keeps you
wow.
hydrated. So one of these drinks I've
Put
got.
it in the frame. Put it in the
Other
frame,
way.
Amir, so we can see it. Let me see. Put it in the
Okay.
Can't
frame.
see it. It's
Put
not
it
in the
in
frame. Just for a
Okay.
sec. Yeah.
Boom.
So
There
we
you
have
go.
these at home too.
Nice.
We have
Nice.
these here
You
in
know about these
Canada.
as well. Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
yours.
This
Amir,
one's the
that's
protein
yours.
one.
That's
Got a little bit
yours.
Yeah,
of
there's
collagen in it as well.
That's yours.
Very healthy for you. Keeps you hydrated. So when you're in
it's
training,
a
obviously. Hmm?
is it Amir, you're working with them?
Yeah, so I got a small ownership with them. I know Jake as
Fantastic.
well.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've always been
Oh,
involved in
amazing.
it, and I like the just to change it up a little bit. But so that's another one avenue, and then we do a lot with I do a lot of commentary as well. So I've started doing a lot of
Good.
boxing commentary with like the Zone. I used to be with Sky, but Sky
Sky.
Boxing,
Yeah, I remember.
I
Yeah.
think it's a bit gone
Yeah.
down. So I don't do
The
Sky anymore.
commentating. Sky's yeah, they're hit or
Sky
miss
was
with their
good, but I
commentating.
don't know what's happened with Sky. I think
Me
they're
neither.
not really doing that many shows.
Yeah.
I think they're teaming up with other people, right? Because now they're
Right.
with
Yeah.
the ESPN, right? I
Right.
believe
I
in
did.
the States. I believe
I
because
mean,
they
Sky at
signed.
one time were the biggest in boxing, and
They
it was
were
so
they
At
were
one
sad to
point,
see that.
banging.
they were huge. Yeah.
They
They were
were
huge, and
banging.
it's so sad now to see that people. There's other companies like the Zone have taken over, literally taken all the biggest
Definitely.
names. So, yeah, Sky on Sky. So I did a bit of shows with Sky. Did my last one with the Zone with Inoue. I did the Inoue
Oh
fight.
yeah.
Damn,
Oh
he's good, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, he is good.
he's
He
another
I
is.
fighter
was
that beast.
I he fought Nonito. You know Nonito Donaire and I are good
Don't know, yeah,
friends.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're he's like my family. And so I was in Japan when he fought Inoue the second time,
Yeah,
and it was he is savage. So,
Really?
Yeah,
or
savage.
not Donaire,
Yeah.
in a way. He is.
Yeah.
It was kind of like at his peak. It was hard to watch, but also like such a masterful performance on his
When you
side.
watch
Such a
someone
master.
fight like that,
But
yeah.
you know the fight. So I was doing a show with Inui, and then the fight before him was Nakita. Some his name is. I forgot his name.
Ah,
Nakata. They're fighting each other
I
now. They're both fighting each
yeah.
other on the next
Oh,
one.
okay.
And what a
Yeah.
massive fight that's going to be. Imagine two
Yeah.
Japanese fighters, both world champions.
What's the chances?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Massive.
Did you go to Japan for the fight?
I've never been. No, I've never been.
So you did it on broadcast. It is. So
No, I
Japan,
did it. The fight was in Saudi.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was in Saudi.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
was in Saudi, yeah. So they were football
You-
fight, but it was in Saudi. But I think they're fighting each other, and that's gonna be in Japan. It should be in Japan because they're both
Listen,
massive
if
names.
you
course,
get a
yeah.
chance to go, Japan is awesome to go watch
that right?
the boxing
Yeah,
in
Yeah,
everybody
I
Tokyo.
says
was
that.
supposed to go for an event there, and it just got cancelled because basically
I'm-
we're living in obviously we've been in Dubai now for a bit of time, and I don't know if you heard like with all the firing that's happening in Bahrain and
Yeah, yeah.
Qatar and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dubai. There's been a lot of interception, a lot of bombs are getting intercepted
Well,
and
their
stuff.
airport
And
got bombed too, though, right? Dubai's airport got bombed.
what was that?
Dubai's airport got bombed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So,
did.
so yeah, because the war with Israel and Iran, Dubai falls right in the middle.
Yeah, but do you find that puzzling that because Dubai was the untouchable. Dubai was the untouchable at one point, and then all of a sudden you saw it on TV here, and you said, "Oh my God, they hit the airport!"
Bro,
and then
you
all
know
of a
what it
sudden,
was?
and all of
You
a
know what they
sudden,
said?
Dubai's
The
not
bad
so
eye.
untouchable.
They gave
Yeah.
Dubai the bad eye. Dubai is the safest place in the world, and was like, "Oh, go Dubai, nothing can happen. Dubai's
Correct.
so safe,
And
it's
then-
beautiful, it's amazing." Guess what?
And then
It
bombs
got
were
hit by the
popping off.
hardest, and now it's so sad to see you walk out and about. You go out, and it's empty. It's not like it used to be. I mean, people are scared.
Yeah.
Amir,
They are
we
gonna be
saw.
scared, obviously,
Didn't we
with all
see?
that happened, but
Are we all
Yeah.
forgetting we saw the buildings in New York? You would ever think that would ever happen? That planes would fly? Like everybody thinks they're so untouchable. It's not. Be safe.
100%, no,
Be
no.
safe with your family. Be safe with wherever you're going.
That's-
Be aware.
that's why-
Be aware. But don't.
100%, and that's
I
why
don't
you
care
spend
where you
time at
live.
home with your family and your
Correct.
loved ones, and that's the main thing because
Correct.
you know what, you don't know what can happen tomorrow, and
Yeah, it's
the
everywhere
way
now.
that the world's
Everywhere.
going now, it's only getting worse,
Correct.
and these wars are just breaking out everywhere, and you're like, wow, where was the peaceful times? No one was ever talking about wars happening, killings
Never.
happening. Now
Yeah.
it's quite normal.
Yeah.
It's quite normal
Yeah,
now,
it's
isn't it?
crazy.
Troops go into a country and kill them, and say, see you later. And
Let's
it's
try to
happening
not make
everywhere
it normal though. Let's try to figure that out. Like where we don't make it normal. When people,
Yeah.
when children are being killed and things like this. This is so disturbing. And literally on television now, that's what it is 24/7. And you're watching this and you're like, it's just disturbing on all levels.
Why-
Like to see
It's
it.
why I hate
I mean,
watching
sad.
the
It's sad.
news.
It's
Yeah,
sad.
me too,
I
Jay.
think, I think it's funny because I think on this podcast we've just spoke about literally everything and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the different topics.
I told
It's
you.
always like
I
that though.
told
It's
you.
never we don't even
But it's
talk
always
about
like,
sports.
it's more natural and chill and calm. Yeah, no,
we have
100%.
people on sometime from the NFL, football.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
and we don't talk
American
about football.
football.
Yeah, American football. We don't even talk about football. And the guy's like,
No.
guy won the Super Bowl and stuff. And we don't even care. That's not what it's about. This is about sitting down with Amir Khan
That,
and
and it
finding
should
out.
be like this as well. It's
Yeah.
more fun, quite chill.
Correct.
Because end of the day, and it's good that you guys are doing this podcast because it shows that we are normal people. We're no different to anyone
Correct.
else.
Correct.
We're very normal. We talk about normal things and we have our own ideas about things. So it's always good to share. Because
Yeah.
there's times where you can't really have a chat like this for this long on a television interview
No.
or with someone. But so it's good.
Thanks.
We're so glad you approve of it.
I told you. I was like, just come on, we're just gonna have a conversation.
You
So
know the
Yeah.
Punjab,
That's what's all
Punjabi
about,
community here in Edmonton where we live is
So
gigantic.
I want to ask someone,
if
is
you-
there a big Pakistani community
Oh my
where you
God!
are?
Listen, I'm telling you,
Really?
Amir, if you
Yeah.
flew to Edmonton, Alberta, Canada,
you'd be a
Edmonton,
superstar.
Alberta, Canada,
Well, you
we
are.
would
a
not be able to
superstar.
get you out of the airport. We would have to
Really?
be like the Beatles.
You know
It
what?
is.
I'm not joking.
Listen,
I'm not.
because I'm going to be in the States soon. So basically, well, I'm going to be in the States next week. On the 30th, I'm going to Chicago, and then going to
That's
Chicago,
still on the other
Dallas,
side.
Dallas. That's on the other
getting
side,
closer
isn't it?
now. You're
So
getting closer
You're
now.
more towards LA side, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like,
Yeah.
if you came to Edmonton, Canada, yeah, it would be hilarious because the Punjabi community here is insane, and you
It
would be able, you'd be able to,
is.
like just say, okay, Amir Khan's coming, guys. It would be
Mm.
hilarious. It'd be
It would be
nuts.
insane.
Nuts.
Maybe,
It would.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the
No,
super supportive.
it'd be good. It'd be good to maybe one day because we do have we've done a couple of we go back to the charity events I was talking about. We do a lot of events all over the world, and I did a tour in Canada one time, and oh mate, it was awesome. It was full house, and I met a lot of because in Canada I think ice hockey's big.
Huge.
Yeah, it's
Huge.
Yeah,
playoffs
Yeah.
so
right now. We had our first
yeah,
game
Right.
a couple of the
yesterday.
guys came to my charity event with us as well.
Oh,
They
wow.
came as guests,
Nice.
and oh mate, it
That's
was amazing,
amazing.
and they were like superstars as well. They were huge, and they were telling me that they invited me to a couple of their games, and I went to a couple of games. Hey,
That's
it
awesome.
was listen, they have their own little fight as well, don't they?
Yeah.
On
Oh yeah.
the
Kinda,
ice.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I
it's
went a couple of times
hilarious.
to
Yeah.
watch. But yeah, I'd love to come back to Canada. It is one of my favorite places, Canada, because I think it's like America, but more calm and
Chill.
chilled
Yeah. Compared to America, yes.
compared to America.
Yes. Yeah.
A little bit more upbeat than Europe. Europe is a little bit
I
quiet.
agree.
So I think you're right in the middle. Perfect.
We are in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just too much taxes.
You need
that's
to
all.
come, and when you do come, even if you're on the LA side, let me know and
Oh,
Yeah,
it would be
definitely.
nuts.
No,
Coordinate
It would be
definitely be in
nuts.
touch.
Nuts.
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it'll be good. It'll be good. Because like I said, I spent a lot of time in LA. When I was with
Yeah.
Freddie Roach, Freddie and me, and then I went to train
Freddie
with
loves
Virgil Hunter.
Canadians.
Oh, that's right. Virgil Hunter.
Did it?
Freddie loves Canadians. I've met Freddie a bunch,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he'll like talk your ear off. Like, but it's
Yeah.
funny. Does he? How did you like training with Freddie?
I liked him. I love Freddie, man. Freddie is an amazing trainer. I just needed someone a
Yeah.
little bit on the defensive side when I was with when I moved from Freddie. So I went to Virgil Hunter. But look,
Yeah.
Freddie, till this day, I still go to his gym. He still messages me. We still get on a call and chat with each other.
That's nice.
Yeah, I've always kept it good with all the trainers. You never
Yeah.
leave a bad taste. You walk away, even if we had to leave. When I did leave Freddie, I did have I sat down and had breakfast with him and
I
told
was
him and
gonna
I
ask.
wanted to be a man and tell him
Yeah.
instead of just walking away and just
Love it.
ignoring
Yeah,
them.
perfect.
Do
You
you
need
know
to-
how insane it is that how many fighters just leave and they start training with other
Yes,
trainers
yeah,
and they
it's
don't have
awful.
they
Awful.
don't have a conversation. To me,
No,
it's
no, you can't
mind
do-
blowing.
I-
I'm not a
Look,
man,
you
but
know
I'm
what?
more of a
I'm
man
quite
than
lucky
most
that
of
way
these
because
guys.
I had my
True.
dad. My dad was always managing a lot of my career, and he would then put the call in and say, because as a fighter, he didn't want that pressure on me. So
Yeah.
he'd do it for me, and obviously he was always with me.
Yeah.
And people are going to take him a little bit more serious because obviously he's my father. But yeah, I mean, look, I always kept it good with all the trainers, promoters as well. We shook hands after every deal we did, and walked so that way we got no regrets and later. But
I think that's a testament to like who you are too, and like why
Yeah.
people still like you and still work with you, and I mean you haven't been retired for very long.
Yeah, it's a couple of years. Yeah, no, you are right, and I think it helps definitely in life. It helps as a
It does.
and it does because if you're a good person, good heart, clean heart, and you don't want bad for people, you don't look at, there's always you have to be good with everyone. The way I've looked at it is that just be humble and don't upset people because you don't know when you're gonna meet them again.
Yeah.
Isn't that the
And
truth?
honestly,
So true.
imagine it's ever happened like you've met someone that you pissed off one time. So that's what I never ever want to be in that position. So I just treat everyone nice. I don't want nothing from
Yeah.
them. I just want to be calm, nice, because I think you do get a lot of that in life. But I don't want to be one of them. Yeah.
Amir, I got to ask you a
Yeah.
question about. I know that you work with charities too, and we have a charity that's involved with our podcast, and
Fantastic.
they both connect, and it's about domestic violence with women, and I know that
Right.
you've worked with stuff like that in the past. I
Yes.
don't know if you still
Yes.
do, but
Yes.
where does that come from?
So charity, giving back. My parents give back a lot when they were back when I was young, and I used to see them giving to charity and stuff. And obviously as a Muslim, we have to give a small portion of our income to charity as well. I
Sure.
think it works out like 2.5% of whatever you make in the year, and that's normally in Ramadan. So I got used to giving back, and then obviously when you go physically yourself,
It's
instead I
different.
would go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. You know the
Different.
buzz of it, the buzz you get, and the feel you get of it. And how you put smiles on people's face. that's what made me want to do more of this. And I could see that it's changed my life so much because it makes you a little bit soft. I have my own kids as well. It makes you a
Yeah,
little
of
bit soft.
course.
But the thing is, I don't have to be that hard, tough nut that I had to be when I was a fighter. You know,
You
I've
have to
been
be
there,
that
done
all
it
the
now.
time. Yeah.
I'm going to be
I
40
think
in December.
I think
40?
it makes you grateful. Yeah, 40 years old. I saw
40 in
that.
December. What's the birthday, Amir? What's the birthday? December what?
December 8th.
Okay.
8, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. But you know what, you are right there. I mean, look, we're all getting old now, and it's all about leaving good things behind for people and being nice to everyone. That's what it's all about.
But I think it also makes you grateful for the things you have. Like when you give back to charity, and I've done
100%.
charity work since I was 18, 19 years old,
Yeah.
since I started my career,
Mm.
and it just gives you, it almost makes you appreciate everything a little more, right? Like
Yes,
Makes
it makes
sense.
you
like, you
Yep.
know,
Yep.
appreciate everything. So even the smallest things that we do is by having a food bank. And even smaller than that, I'll tell you, I'll come to the second one. But we have food banks where we give the homeless food, hot food,
mm,
nice, so they come and have food, and we'll even sit and eat with them, you know. And then
yeah,
some days, like just last week, I was in Manchester. Obviously, we didn't have time to do a food bank, so I went to the local a local takeaway that was there in Manchester, and I went and I think I gave them around about $200. I give them, and they give me like when they knew that I was doing it. Just doing it for the homeless. I've given it to because when I was driving, there's a lot of homeless around, so I thought let me just give it to
hmm,
the homeless by hand. Me and my friends, and so
yeah,
I give him $200. So he give me like $400 worth of food. He goes, listen, I want to
You doubled up.
participate in it as well, so which was nice of him.
Fantastic.
And we just go
yeah.
around and just handing it out to people, like the homeless in Manchester, and that makes you. It just makes you appreciate life, what God's done for us, and I'm sure that it just makes we need more people like that in the world as well, because I'm sure that if people see us doing that, they'll say we're gonna do that as well, and the
100%.
world become a better place. But
100%.
we can only do our bit. We're not here for long, and
Yeah.
while we are here, we want to leave a statement. Yeah,
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, I've been doing a ton of charity work.
fantastic.
I always like to volunteer my time and help out when it comes to, like, again, like Mark said, domestic violence and abuse. And then with kids, I always like to help out kids because you don't get a choice of who you were born to or what situation you're
100%.
brought into when you're young. Those are the two ones that I always like volunteering for. So,
Jelena, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do something together. We're gonna do something for charity. I'm gonna plan something. Either it's in the UK. Or when are you in the UK again?
when I don't know, who knows?
You don't know. You're all
I
over. I'll
Mark was
arrange something
last.
with you.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah, I'd
arrange
love.
something where we can do something quite big. Even if we come to Canada, we'll do something there as well. We want to do something,
Yeah.
and I think it'd be good that you be part of it with us as well.
I love that.
And we can get I mean, whether you want to or not, WBC cares involved and really blow it
Yeah,
up.
100%. I've done a lot with WBC Cares as well.
Yeah,
On
me
the
too.
charity.
With
Yeah, they're
Jill,
good. They're doing fantastic work, and
Jill
and and
Diamond and Christian
Jill,
are
yes.
they're just amazing with all of that stuff. But I think, yeah, we're very alike when it comes to the mindset of doing charity stuff, and I love that.
Yeah,
So
you have to.
and Mark as well. Mark's done a ton for charity up here as well,
Zero.
and when he
Zero. No, I'm kidding.
stop.
I'm
But it's,
kidding.
you
Mark,
know
you
what
done a
it
lot. Mark,
It's
when we
not for,
come there, we're gonna definitely get together, and we're gonna bang heads together. Maybe before I'm gonna get my team together as well, and we'll
you
bang
know the
heads together.
Punjabi
We can all
community
just
loves
think
me.
about
They
what we
love
can
me.
do.
The Punjabi loves me in this.
Did
All
it?
I know all of them. They're
All
my
the
bro.
Punjabis,
They're
eh?
my bro. I'm a Christian too, right? So that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But we have
But the Punjabis are the most loving people, man.
correct,
They love you,
correct.
man.
So it's
Honestly,
like,
you've been there. So
yeah,
tell me what's your favorite Punjabi food? You like Punjabi food as well?
yeah. I like the basics. Like I'm a nerd. Like this the
You like the
basics.
spicy? You like the
Yeah,
spices?
spicy, but sometimes they go a little crazy. We have one right by my house. Like I'm talking, if you see it here, it
It's
would
just
blow your mind. It
It
would blow
is
your
big.
mind.
It is a really big
I can walk.
community.
I live in the suburbs, and I literally can walk to a Punjabi restaurant right now, and like
wow.
within 10 minutes, and go.
What?
Yeah, and I live in the
Wow.
Yeah,
suburbs.
it's a big
And they're
community.
like, "Hello, Mark. How's it going, boss?
Yeah,
How are
yeah,
you?
yeah,
You're back
yeah.
again."
Very nice, always nice, like super nice,
Yeah.
kind.
Nah,
Kind.
nah,
The word
they're
is
nice
kind.
people.
The word is kind. That's what we're missing in this world. This
Yes.
you people just always have to rush and people have to be
No,
mean and
yeah.
but it's weird. It's very true about your culture. Very polite, very courteous. Love it.
Yeah, no,
Love
they're
it.
very nice people. No matter where you go
Very
around
are.
the world, then they'll want to sit with you and eat with you, and
That's
they'll
right.
always offer you food. And
Yes.
yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
and their time, you know, it's something you can't buy.
You
So
cannot.
yeah, I mean,
You
we're very
cannot.
True.
lucky.
You cannot.
Yeah.
Well, it was beyond a pleasure, Amir, to have you on the show today.
No, listen,
Can
thank you
you
for having me on, and we're gonna be in touch, and we're gonna I'm gonna hold you to the charity stuff in
100%. I'm
Canada.
in.
Oh yeah,
I'm in.
yeah, for sure.
I'm in.
Jelena, have the last word right before Amir has the last word. Please, something nice you can say, and let us know.
Listen, I love Amir. Like, thank you for coming on. I know we were like crossing paths quickly, and I was like, I'm like, Amir would be a great guest. So I appreciate you. You're one of the kindest, most genuine person like in
Oh,
our
thank you.
sport. Like it's hard to find genuinely good people. And what you see is what you get, and that's what I really appreciate about you. So thank you for being amazing, and thank you for coming
Thank
on
you.
and being
No,
my
no,
guest.
thank you for having me on, and it's lovely.
Yeah.
Mark, I think it's the first time we met you.
Yes,
Yeah.
first
I think
time. But
yeah, and
Amir,
Mark
you
seems a hell of a guy. He seems like a nice guy as well. But no,
don't start
Jelena,
that
thank you
rumor.
because
Don't start that rumor.
you know when because literally we met. Literally, it must have been a 10-second
10
when we
second. It
met
was
each other. It was 10
you were
seconds. And he
getting.
said, I want you on the podcast, and I said, no problem, it's done.
You
I
know
love
what's
Yeah,
funny?
it.
You know what's funny?
So
I never like I get excited about all guests. Okay, I don't
yeah,
care if the
yeah,
guy's
yeah,
a
yeah.
ping pong player, but there's something different. When I told my son is a big boxing fan, and
No way.
he's 36 years old, 37 years, whatever, how old he is, and I said, "Oh, we're having Amir Khan." He said, "What?" He's like,
No way.
we've had people that won Stanley Cups in
Yeah,
NFL
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
NHL,"
Oh,
and I said
bless.
Amir Khan, and he's
You
like,
know what?
"That's it,
He's
Dad.
similar
That's the
age to
one."
me. That's where it is.
He's,
You play him all the guys. He's probably similar age to me, so he recognizes the name a little bit
he was
more.
like right away.
But
He's like,
what's his
"Dad,
name? Let's give him a shout out, man. What's his name?
Dave Pavlich."
Dave Pavelich. What's going on, champ?
That's
Hope to
awesome.
see you
yeah,
soon. All right.
he's yeah.
That's awesome.
So
Amir, we want you to have the last word, though.
Okay, guys, thank you for having me on today, Mark and Jelena as well. And I'm glad that we got to speak about a few things, a few topics, and honestly, I've loved every bit of it. I don't know how long we was on for, but yeah,
almost
time
an
just
hour.
flew by so quick, almost an hour.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm in Dubai. But listen, whenever you're in Dubai, I live here and live in the UK as well. Please be my guest, spend some time with us. Let's keep in touch, and we're gonna definitely be on again. But if you need me again on, let me know.
Part
I'd love to be
part
on
two
there. I'll
coming
share
up.
some stuff with you.
Don't worry, part two will come up later on down the road.
Bless you,
Yeah.
definitely,
Thank you.
100%. I'll be
Thank,
down.
thank you so
All
much for
right.
being on the show
Appreciate
today.
you, Amir.
Thank you.
Take care.
So
Thank you,
Take care.
guys.
see you.
Bless you, man.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
So how do I turn it off now? I don't want to press the wrong button.
that's
I
that's
don't want to
okay.
press the wrong button
I
because
always
it
leave
said
I
that on
know.
mute.
delete. I was like,
I
I
think
don't
it's
delete it.
it's the most awkward 10 seconds of everybody's life, right
I
there,
know.
every
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
There's a leave button.
Leave it open though, but close where you are.
So
That's
there's
a good one.
a
Leave it open but close where you are. That's
Mark
not a
is
clue.
confusing.
I don't know why you
Mark is
said
confusing.
leave it open but
Listen,
so it says
Mark, we get hit in the head for fun. Like,
Yeah.
okay, there's
I
like
know,
a
can I
I
press
hang
know.
the
up
X
button.
button? Shall I
Yeah.
press the X
There,
button?
Yeah, but don't
there's a
leave the app open.
yes.
I don't know. Now you're scaring me because I don't
Yeah,
There's
know.
like a
I know.
leave. There's like a hang
It's
up
a
button.
difficult process. You're not the
All
first.
right. It says leave studio.
Yeah,
Leave studio, but
that's the one.
just leave it open.
Mark, you
Yeah.
got your.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Hey, Amir Khan, everybody. Listen, Jelena, you said it, and you're 1,000,000% correct. He is fantastic. He is someone you want to hang out with. There's no question at all. You get that vibe from him coming all the way from Dubai. You get that cool vibe, and you are 1,000,000% correct about Amir Khan.
Yeah, he's again like we're excuse me, we're friends.
Sure.
But he's just like I told you, I'm like he's just automatically just amazing. So I'm glad he it was so when I was texting me, he's like, how long are we gonna be on? I said, well, however long the conversation goes. He's like, so what,
Correct.
30 minutes? And I was like, oh, I kind of like talking to you, so it's
It's
probably
funny.
going to be a little longer,
Yeah,
but
people don't know about
and
the show. Listen, the way we've done this show with Jelena and I, it's changed immensely. Listen, guys, I'm not bragging, but we've literally had over 1,000 subscribers, almost 1,000 subscribers in the month of April. There's a reason for that. And the reason being is we changed the show. We don't want to talk about your Stanley Cup rings. We don't want to talk
I
about your
kind of
NFL
do
trophy.
sometimes.
Well, but you know what I'm saying, Jelena.
Yeah.
It never works that way. We can talk about it. We can show homage to it, but at the same time, is it usually ends up going way deeper than that.
It's
And
just it's a conversation,
correct.
and wherever the conversation goes, like we didn't even get to talk about how Amir Khan, was in the Olympics. I wanted to talk about that. He
17
was
years
one of
old
the.
first. Yeah,
I was just gonna say one of the youngest. Like how cool of an
he was the
experience. We
youngest.
didn't even
Yeah,
get to. Yeah, we didn't
correct.
even get to talk about all those things, but he's such a great dude, and I'm glad that he showed up the same way to you that I thought he would be. So
He really did,
yeah.
and I got listen. It's weird how I get this vibe from certain people that are on the show all the time, and then literally I go to my social media after, and they're thanking me for being on our show, and I'm like, "You're thanking me? Like, no, man, I'm thanking you because it's super cool that you came on, and you are exactly what I thought you would be, but better, but better,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah,
better."
and especially like, I appreciate Amir because he is in Dubai, so it's what, almost 10 o'clock there now, PM?
Yeah,
It's almost
yeah, correct. It's like
almost
late for
10
him.
PM there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then also he just we were all in the UK, like he just
Yeah,
got
yeah.
back
Yeah, yeah.
from the UK, so big shout out to Amir and thank you
Spectacular.
for being
Spectacular.
amazing, as I said you would be, but
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. I'm patting
Now,
you on the
I mean,
head.
now we got to find someone to top that because he was
Yeah,
pretty
well, it's hard
amazing,
because,
right?
as you know, all the guests we've had on,
All the guests are amazing.
it's crazy. Like you end up leaving these interviews, and you're like, they touch you. They like I think about it, and then later on in the day, Jillian and I call each other,
We
going,
talk.
like what, like, and then it's like, yeah, it's very strange that it came to this because they really touch you, and they don't realize they're doing that because they're just speaking about their life, but it does touch me, and I know it touches you, and it's fantastic. And listen, I'm never getting bored of this. Like it's impossible because when you meet people like Amir Khan that have been through things in his life, and two-time world champion, and youngest kid to ever win, he's silver medal in the Olympics, like it from Britain. And it's and where he grew up, in the neighborhood he grew up in Manchester area, the outside of Manchester. That's why I asked the question, as a kid that's Pakistani kid growing up in that atmosphere, it's different there. It's very different, and he addressed that, and which was fantastic. So
Yeah, and like you said, boxing is it's a special sport.
community
Like
and a
everybody,
community.
it is an unbelievable community, and you walk
Yes,
into the gym and everybody is welcome. And Mark, I've told you this, and we've had this conversation. It's
sure.
one of those sports where you can literally be working out next to a world champion
It's
like Amir
crazy.
Khan.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
it is open for everybody, all walks
Yeah,
of life, every
yeah,
kind of person.
it's
You
nuts.
just never know. So it is a special place. So
Well,
I'm
guys,
glad. Yeah.
we want to thank our wonderful advertiser at Crystal Glass, your clear choice for all your glass needs. Go to crystalglass.ca today, and please, everybody, don't forget about Gems for Gems. It's domestic abuse for women, and it's a fantastic charity, and we're gonna talk about that more and more as time comes up. And listen, everybody, tune in every Tuesday on the Busted Lip podcast, 5 p.m. Mountain, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, with the lovely Jelena Mrdjenovich and myself. We'll see you next week, everybody.